What's good, y'all? So unique. I'm checking in. Right now, I'm gonna do the question and answer thing that we've been talking about. I've had a lot of people send me messages and comments and asking different questions. So thanks to Player Sounds for putting this together for me and getting me the right questions. I narrowed it down to about 5 or 6 questions that I think are really important and you guys could really learn from. So we'll start with how do you get known? Well, as a producer, really, to get known, I would just say it's all about the grind. It's really about promoting, really get your music out there. You can't start, at the top of the totem pole. You can't start with 50 Cent. You can't start with Rick Ross and Fabulous and them. You do have to start with your local, wherever you're from, your local acts. Start producing for them. Start producing for independent artists on the internet and slowly work your way up. To get known, you really just have to promote. You have to put yourself out there. You have to get your music out there and have a brand and have a sound that people can rely on to be hot every time. And that's really how you get known is shop yourself, sell yourself, make good music, and get in touch with the right people and as many people as you can. And that kind of leads to the next question: how do you promote as a producer? To promote, this day and age, really, it's all about the internet. Everything's on the internet. I've done 90% of my business on the internet with myself and my partner Big Cliff. He gets in touch with a lot of people. It doesn't take much traveling anymore until you get further down the road where you have the money to travel and you're working with the artists, bigger artists, to get in the studio with them. But really, it's not about the money and it's not about traveling. It's really to promote. It's all about the internet at this point, and even mail. But the internet, get yourself a good placement manager if you can find one. A lot of people always accept placement managers are always accepting more producers to get that percentage and to get their music out there and to get their name out there as well. So, to promote Twitter's a great, great, great place to promote as a producer. You can, for one, you can show off your music. You can get in touch with people who you normally wouldn't be able to get in touch with. Promote through email. Talk business with the right people. Most of these artists in the game, they have their management team or their partner running everything for them. You have to get in touch with them. You have to do it the right way. So if promote on Twitter. MySpace is real big. It's always going to be big. YouTube as a producer is real big as well. If you could see, obviously, YouTube will get you out there with live videos and updates, and you have subscribers, people who actually wait to see new material from you. And many of you watching this right now are subscribed to me, which means that it's creating that kind of fan base, and you're promoting your music not only with the sound but with the visual. If you show studio footage, if you show interviews, if you show all kinds of different things you can do, just songs by themselves that you've produced for other people, that's a good way to get out there. Next question: how much work is it to become known? That's really a hard answer. I can't say, because I know a lot of people who haven't done much work, haven't done much of anything, and just got lucky. I just think that if you stick to yourself, stick to your own sound, and you work the way you're supposed to work, then everything will turn out the way it should. If you really have that passion and drive to make it happen for yourself. Next question is, how do you get nice sounds? Really, now this is just my opinion. There's plenty of different ways to go about it. I have my Phantom, that's my bread and butter to me. That's my big keyboard. I get everything I need, all quality sound out of that, and I've found ways to work with it and make it happen for me. But really, to get good sounds, as far as I would say drums, there's nothing wrong with sequencing with Fruity Loops or Reason, but you want to steer clear of the stock sounds it comes with, because obviously they're very played out, they're very used a lot. People use them all the time. You want to make custom sounds. If you can tweak the sounds, that's great. But I've always had real good, luck with getting. You can go on the internet, go to Google, go to realraptalk.com, the forums, the blog sites. You can get drum kits. You can even go to eBay and buy them if you're that interested. You can get, your quote-unquote drum kits from Scott Storch or Timbaland or so-and-so. Regardless where they really came from, they're good quality drums. You can, then you gotta learn to layer. Layering is a big thing, where you layer more than one kick, layer more than one snare. and really create your own sound. What I've done is just got several different drum kits and sample kits from everywhere and put my own styles together. I mean, I'm up to 9 different unique drum kits that I have, so unique drum kits on my keyboard that I put together, just from stacking, layering, panning, adding effects, changing things, reverb, whatever you got to do and make, your own signature kicks and snares and hi-hats and all that kind of thing. It doesn't take much to get good sounds. It's just how you tweak them as your own to make them good. Next question, how to get in touch with labels and artists. Really, like I said, Twitter's a big thing. I've had a lot of good luck on Twitter. Placement management is always good, because they get to do a lot of the work. Really, it's just a matter of shopping yourself. I think that there's no real way. People think email blasts are good and sending demos to labels are good, but that's a dime a dozen anymore. And I think you could really have a lot of luck by just finding that one placement. I think that first placement, like with myself, it was ESG. Big Cliff got me with ESG. You establish, ESG's a well-established independent artist. You start with one person, you create a relationship, and you prove to that one artist that you can do a lot of good work. They keep coming back for more. That gets your name further out there. Then you get, your name's produced or featuring, whatever, in my case, featured too, in stores on a major release, nationwide release. That's one. Then once you get one down, I think it's easier to get the others to roll in by using that first one to show that, hey, this is what I'm capable of. And then J Mill's Sex Tape for me came in. I produced and wrote the hook, sang on the hook. I ended up being featured on it, and when it came through, it was really good because that's young money, so that looks good. And what you can do from there is really use that to keep going and keep going and keep going, and that's what I've done. I think that's what anybody could do. Is just start with one. Don't go, like I said, for 50 Cent or P. Diddy, the big ones. You gotta start small and work your way up and prove yourself, to the labels, to the independent artists, to the major artists, to the internet, the fans, everybody. You want to prove yourself to the point where people will not only believe in your music and believe that you make good beats, but they'll believe in you as a businessman, businesswoman, whatever, and believe in you as a all-around good producer. I think that's what it is.